Our tale begins with two brothers, Bongani and Thulani Kaba, hailing from a modest background in South Africa. Born into a world of limited means, they were raised in the dusty streets of Umlatsi, a township in KwaZulu-Natal, where they first learned the value of hard work and perseverance. Their childhood was marked by the struggle of their parents, who toiled day in and day out to provide for their family. This was the crucible that forged their ambition, their tenacity, and their relentless pursuit of success. The Kaba brothers, despite the challenges they faced, never lost sight of their aspirations. In their youth, they were not just sons and brothers, they were dreamers, envisioning a future far removed from the bounds of their humble beginnings. These dreams led them to the bustling, chaotic, and yet promising world of the South African taxi industry. The industry, as we know, is not for the faint of heart. It's an arena where grit and determination are as much a currency as the fare collected from passengers. Yet it was in this tumultuous landscape that the Kaba brothers found their calling and began their journey towards prominence. They started small with only a single minibus taxi, but their ambition was anything but. They worked tirelessly, navigating the industry's challenges, its rivalries, and its dangers. Their efforts paid off as they slowly but surely expanded their fleet, earning a reputation for their business acumen and their unyielding resolve. Their rise was not without its trials. They faced opposition, threats, and even violence. But through it all, they held firm, driven by their ambition and the desire to create a better life for themselves and their families. And so, from obscurity, the Kaba brothers emerged, carving out a name for themselves in an industry fraught with danger and rivalry. The taxi industry, a battleground where fortunes are made and lost, and the Kaba brothers were right in the thick of it. In the heart of South Africa, the taxi industry is more than just a means of transportation. It's a wheel of fortune, spinning unpredictably, creating tycoons and toppling giants overnight. And in this high-stakes game, the Kaba brothers, Bongani and Thabani, emerged as key players. Their entry into the taxi industry wasn't a smooth ride. From the get-go, they faced fierce competition, territorial disputes, and the ever-present threat of violence. Yet they held their ground. Their strategy was simple, yet effective: replace the aging fleet of minibus taxis with new, safer vehicles. This move not only won them the trust of the commuting public, but also allowed them to stake a claim in the lucrative roots of the taxi industry. However, not everyone was pleased with their meteoric rise. The old guard of the taxi industry, who had long held the reins, saw them as a threat. This set the stage for what would come to be known as the taxi industry wars. The Kaba brothers found themselves in the crosshairs, embroiled in a bitter feud that threatened their empire. In spite of the turmoil, the brothers remained undeterred. They stood their ground, refusing to be pushed out by the old guard. Their resilience was a testament to their determination and acumen. They understood the landscape of the taxi industry like no one else, and they used this knowledge to their advantage, navigating the chaos with a strategic finesse that earned them both allies and adversaries. But the taxi industry wars were not just about business, they were about power, influence, and control. And the Kaba brothers, with their unyielding resolve, showed that they were not just businessmen, but power players in their own right. In the midst of chaos, the Kaba brothers navigated the tumultuous waters of the taxi industry, earning both allies and adversaries. Power attracts power, and the Kaba brothers were no exception. Their rise caught the eye of none other than Jacob Zuma, the former president of South Africa, a man whose tenure was marked by controversy and allegations of corruption, found common ground with the brothers. The Kaba brothers, emerging from the cutthroat world of the taxi industry, were now rubbing shoulders with the political elite. Their relationship with Zuma was not merely a social acquaintance. It was a strategic alliance, one that had significant implications for their operations and their standing within South Africa's socio-political landscape. Zuma, known for his populist appeal and his ability to navigate the murky waters of South African politics, provided the Kaba brothers with a certain degree of political cover. This alliance wasn't without its controversies. Critics argued that it was a clear case of political patronage, a common practice in South African politics where power and influence are traded for loyalty and support. It was said that Zuma's association with the Kaba brothers was a calculated move, aimed at securing a foothold in the lucrative taxi industry. a sector that had long been marked by violence and corruption. But for the Gcaba brothers, their association with Zuma was more than just political convenience. It was a validation of their rise, a testament to their influence. With Zuma by their side, they had not just survived the taxi industry wars, they had thrived. The plot takes a dark turn with the shocking assassination of popular rapper AKA. A beacon of South African music, AKA's life was abruptly extinguished, leaving behind a trail of questions and a nation mourning its lost star. The rapper was known for his riveting performances and lyrical prowess, but beneath the glamour and fame, a sinister plot was brewing, one that would ultimately lead to his untimely demise. The details of AKA's assassination are as chilling as they are perplexing. On a seemingly normal day, the rapper was found lifeless in his Johannesburg home, the victim of an apparent targeted hit. The news spread like wildfire, leaving fans and fellow artists reeling from the shock. But as the dust settled, a more disturbing narrative began to emerge. The crime scene was meticulously planned, no sign of forced entry, no evidence left behind, just a silent, deadly strike that bore the hallmarks of a professional hit. The ensuing investigation was fraught with twists and turns, but one name kept surfacing: the Gcaba brothers. Known for their ruthless tactics in the taxi industry and their ties with former President Jacob Zuma, the brothers were no strangers to controversy. The Gcaba brothers' alleged involvement in the crime was a chilling revelation. Rumors swirled that the hit was a result of a business deal gone wrong, a failed negotiation that turned deadly. However, concrete evidence linking the brothers directly to the crime remained elusive. The brothers vehemently denied the allegations, but the cloud of suspicion hung heavily over them, tarnishing their image. Despite the lack of definitive proof, the public was quick to draw connections between the Gcaba brothers and the assassination. Their past dealings, their rise to power, and their unscrupulous reputation all served to fuel the speculations. The brothers found themselves in the eye of a storm, their every move scrutinized, their every word dissected. The assassination of AKA sent shockwaves through the nation, and the shadow of suspicion fell upon the Gcaba brothers. As the investigation continues, the truth remains shrouded in mystery, a haunting reminder of a life cut short and a nation's thirst for justice. In the wake of AKA's death, the Gcaba brothers found themselves in the eye of a storm. The public reaction was a flurry of anger, grief, and confusion, making the brothers' names synonymous with controversy. Their involvement in the assassination of one of the country's most beloved artists cast a long, dark shadow over their previous exploits. The aftermath of AKA's assassination unearthed a deeply rooted network of power and crime, with the Gcaba brothers at its heart. Their prominence in the taxi industry wars, once seen as a testament to their entrepreneurial spirit, now took on a more sinister undertone. The public was left grappling with the grim reality of an industry marred by violence, with the brothers as key players in this tumultuous saga. Their relationship with former President Jacob Zuma, too, was scrutinized in a new light. Once seen as a testament to their political savvy, it now appeared to be another facet of their intricate involvement in the country's power dynamics. The ties that had once secured their rise to prominence were now the chains that bound them to public scrutiny and speculation. In summarizing the journey of the Gcaba brothers, we find a narrative that's at once fascinating and chilling. Their rise to prominence, their involvement in the taxi industry wars, their relationship with a former president, and their alleged role in AKA's assassination paint a vivid picture of power, politics, and crime. It's a picture that's as complex as it is unsettling, a stark reminder of the intricate web that connects the highest echelons of power to the darkest corners of the criminal underworld. The tale of the Gcaba brothers is a testament to the intricate web of power, politics, and crime in South Africa, leaving us with more questions than answers.